Hey there, marketing researchers and SPSS users. We are Team W, aka the Sustainable Squad. My name is Jeffrey.
My name is Sarah.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Wijdan. And last but not least, I'm Julia.
Our research study focused on college students. Specifically, we explored the difference in levels of environmentalism amongst those who are secondhand shoppers and those who are not secondhand shoppers. Two main groups can benefit from the study. First, secondhand retailers can benefit from the data collected regarding college students' environmental values and shopping motivations. And secondly, environmental activists could utilize this data to gain more advocates, find more like-minded individuals for events, jobs, or even ambassador programs.
Prior to collecting this data, we were initially motivated by research done by Domina that found that numerous American consumers consider themselves environmentalists and that these same consumers try to change their shopping habits to sustain the environment. Our research questions serve to dive into this finding deeper for college students in particular. This study aimed to deliver insights to secondhand retailers and environmental activists to aid their targeted marketing efforts toward college students by understanding the demographics, environmental values, and shopping motivations.
Our research question is, how do those who secondhand clothing shop differ from non-secondhand clothing shoppers in terms of environmentally friendly attitudes? Our hypothesis is that those who secondhand shop are more environmentally concerned and consequently have more environmentalist values and behaviors.
Something important to take note of is that those who claim to rarely secondhand shop were interpreted as non-secondhand shoppers in our study. We assume that they were not significant consumers in the industry. Furthermore, those who claim to secondhand shop occasionally, sometimes, often, and always were classified as secondhand shoppers in this study.
Our study utilized Qualtrics to build an online survey questionnaire that would serve to gather data from over 90 college students. In the survey, respondents were asked to answer a few behavioral questions regarding their sustainable or unsustainable habits. They were then asked a series of questions regarding secondhand shopping. Depending on if they were qualified as a secondhand shopper or not, they received a certain route of follow-up questions.
In regards to sampling, we deployed a convenient sampling technique. This sampling technique was utilized due to both time and financial limitations. As a result of this sampling technique, the majority of our respondents attend San Diego State University. We suggest you keep this convenient sample caveat in mind as you take the results of this study into consideration moving forward. Our study's population of interest is college students from ages 17 to 24. Our survey was sent via email to the emails acquired through Blackboard to reach our population of interest. In addition, to acquire a larger sample size, our research team shared the survey through our personal social media accounts.
In our survey, we asked respondents 3 questions on a 1 through 7 importance scale about the level of importance they place on purchasing sustainable goods, protecting the environment, and recycling. These 3 responses were averaged out to create one variable that I will call the environmental importance rating. We also asked respondents 2 questions on a 1 through 5 frequency scale about how often they recycle and bring reusable grocery bags to the grocery store, and also if they own a reusable water bottle. These 3 responses were averaged out to create one variable that I will call the environmental habits rating. We performed an independent sample t-test between secondhand shoppers and non-secondhand shoppers for these 2 variables, and as we can see from the 95% confidence intervals, we cannot say there is a difference in means between the 2 groups on the environmental importance rating, but we can say there is a difference in means between the 2 groups on the environmental habits rating, with secondhand shoppers having the higher scores. We can also come to this conclusion using the Pearson correlations table. Note that frequency of secondhand shopping tells us that when respondents go shopping, how often it is secondhand shopping, and it is measured on an interval scale of rarely, occasionally, sometimes, often, and always. Looking at just this first column, we see that we did not find support for there being a correlation between frequency of secondhand shopping and environmental importance ratings, but we did find support for there being a small yet statistically significant correlation between frequency of secondhand shopping and environmental habits rating. Overall, this data could be telling us that both groups identify themselves as people who highly value the environment, but then the more someone secondhand shops, the more environmentally friendly habits they will have.
Our respondents were asked to rate the important levels of the following 5 secondhand shopping purchase motives: finding fashionable clothing, finding unique clothing, helping the environment, supporting local businesses, and saving money. This crosstab shows the distribution of responses for helping the environment question. The most common answer chosen by secondhand shoppers is important, while the most common answer chosen by non-secondhand shoppers is not important at all. In addition, the Pearson correlations table shows a medium-strong, statistically significant correlation between the frequency of secondhand shopping and the importance level of helping the environment, proving that the more someone secondhand shops, the more likely it is they consider their effect on the environment as a motivation when secondhand shopping.
While secondhand shoppers and non-secondhand shopper college students have similar environmental values, they do differ in terms of environmentalist behavior. In light of our results, we recommend that secondhand stores appeal to environmental values in their marketing messaging toward college students. Furthermore, both groups placed relatively high importance on purchasing sustainable goods, protecting the environment, and recycling. Therefore, if marketing managers of secondhand stores used these three terms in targeted marketing messages toward college students, our insights indicate the demographic would relate with these values.
We believe other researchers should expand on this topic and explore the motivations for secondhand shopping for items other than clothing. Differing age ranges and locations may have different motivations for their secondhand shopping, and if so, environmentally sound marketing campaign could benefit an audience broader than college students. Additionally, secondhand shops should assess the impact of eco-friendly marketing campaigns on sale and company growth. This study was a pleasure to conduct, and we hope secondhand stores can utilize our findings to conduct successful marketing campaigns that properly target the college student demographic. Now don't forget, reduce, reuse, recycle!